So I've used a ton of physical media. Each one of these tapes that I've gone through have about an hour of analog footage on them, which means with the 9+ hours of footage that I have, I've spent 9 hours digitizing, besides these 2 new tapes, obviously. So the problem is that I like making YouTube videos, and to upload them, I need to digitize them, right? So every second that I film on this tape, I have to digitize that exact second over. So now my Canon GL1's motor has gone bad. And I talked to some local parts stores, and they said it would cost just as much as I paid for the camera to fix the motor. So now I'm in a predicament, right? So I go researching, and everywhere online, there's a bunch of different mixed opinions, mixed reviews, and they're all very expensive. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna spend a lot of money, I might as well pick a good option. So I'm here to say that this setup is easy, and it just saves so much time. So we're gonna dive into that a little bit. For starters, I use a Canon GL1. It's from 1999. This camera uses an S-video input instead of AV cables, but obviously if you want to get audio, you will need an audio cable that goes from an aux to AV. On my camera, I can only use the white cable. I'm not sure if white and red means left and right, but when I plug in the right, it distorts the audio. So the digitizer itself, I'm using the clearclick 3.0. It transfers the video directly to a mini SD card. It also charges with a USB-C, and it has a built-in battery, which is great because it adds so much weight to have a power bank on the bottom or side of your camera. These are the things you need. Got a cold shoe mount, got the clearclick 3.0, a camera, S-video or AV cables, and then an audio, the aux, or if you use the AV cables, you don't need that. For the Canon GL1 specifically, these are the cables you need. So this isn't like a detailed review on the clearclick 3.0, but I'm going to show you how to set it all up. So first we have the camera here, right? You want to set up a mount. The Canon GL1 has a cold shoe, so I'm using a cold shoe phone mount. Slide it in there, tighten it up. Okay, now we got the mount. Let's put the digitizer in. The clearclick, since I use S-video, I put it over the red and yellow because I'm not using those ports right now, so that keeps it pretty centered. Otherwise, if you put it off to the side, it's pretty unstable. So I do it that way, so it's nice and centered. Some people make mounts out of wood and glue. It's really not a big deal. That's just how I like to do it. Next, we're going to take the S-video cable, and you're going to plug that in to the S-video port here. Make sure that's connected nice and snug. Then for the audio video, you want to put the aux right into the yellow AV right there. Then when plugging those cables in here, you're going to plug the audio cable into the white, the S-video cable into the S-video. You don't have to do this, but I highly recommend wrapping the cables around the cold shoe mount, or else they are seriously going to be in the way of your shot. It definitely can be pretty ugly at times, but you just want to get the tightest wrap you can while still being able to get the cord up, over, and plugged into the input. Also, I'm left-handed and I film left-handed, so I make the cords go over the right, so that way it's not in the way of my left hand on this side, or else you'll be grabbing the wires. So wrap the video cables, like I said, I only put in the white cable, so then I just tied the rubber band around the white and red to keep the red out of the way of the shot. So now you're going to turn on the clearclick and turn on the camera. As you can see, the display on the camera is the same thing on the clearclick. So to remove these flash-in things, what you'll do is you will click the menu button, and you're going to scroll down to TV screen and turn that off. You can see this is what it's like when it's on. That's when it's off. All of it's gone. Still on the camera. Exit the menu. There you go. You have a completely clean screen for whenever you're recording. Then you're going to put the mini SD into the SD slot. You will click the menu button, scroll down the formatting, and then when you have the SD card in there, you just click format and it'll get everything set up. Then when you're ready to record, you just press this button. Like I said, there's no SD in there right now, but it'll record, and then you can go to the video playback and you can scroll through all your videos you played. I'd say overall, it's honestly not that awkward to film with. It's not too heavy either. Something else I was thinking that so many people just have a really firm opinion on is they're like, well, why are you spending all this time and effort to digitize an analog camera? It's because I like this camera, all right? And these old cameras are dying, dude. Firewire cables are not on any new computers. You have to get old ones. You have to worry about firmware updates and stuff. I don't really feel like messing with all that. I'm not that techie. I really just want something easy and simple, and this genuinely is the best way to do it for me. So if you're in the same position, I say just go for it. I think the clearclick 2.0 is fine as well. It's a lot cheaper. I would go for the mini one, not the full-size one. The only thing is I heard that the quality change is pretty bad, but the quality change on this is exactly the same. So obviously you're going to see some footage from the clearclick 3.0, but I have another video that has hours of footage that is directly from a tape. If you see a difference, let me know, because I don't. My setup super easy. I'm gonna show you some footage now. I'm gonna do a fisheye skateboarding and some more chill still shots with no fisheye. All right, so I got the camera all set up. So now we're gonna get some test footage filmed by my wonderful, beautiful assistant, E. We're just gonna get some clips in and see how it goes. Let's get it.